fine, it's okay. And then I went and it was so windy. My ears were red and that kind of all stuff. And it was so cold.
How many layers? How many layers have you got on you?
Just one because I
Oh,
like thought it was like -8, -10. For me, it's okay. Like -10, it's like one layer. Like for -20, I didn't expect that. So yeah, it was cold.
you gotten used to it very quickly, I would say.
Yeah, because I totally forgot about last winter. But
I get
yeah, right now it's
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Alejandro.
Hello, teacher.
How's it? Okay, perhaps you guys are both in the same room right now. So your flat where you're living, in Canada, is it the same as your flat back in Peru, Lima? Or is it smaller, bigger, better, worse? What do you think?
Uh, when you talk about the weather, when you start talking about the weather, it's way different. Like here, it was snowing yesterday, and so yeah, it's like really difficult to go to walk into the to walk into outside and then go to the bus
Yeah,
and take the bus because yeah, it's snowing and the ice is really, really difficult. It's a
right.
very difficult yeah thing to walk into, yeah, to
True.
walk onto, yeah.
And what about the size of the flat where you're living? Is it bigger, smaller?
Oh,
That
it's
yeah.
smaller. Ironically, it's smaller because we actually were expecting something like bigger, but yeah, that's what we have right now. But yeah, it's really good.
Mm, lovely. You use the word ironically very well. You expected it to be bigger, but it is ironically smaller. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. And where are the other two? So it's surprising you guys are not really wearing anything warm inside the flat when it is -20 degrees outside. I mean, do you have the central heating going on? What is it? Is your room, do you have the heater
yeah,
in the flat?
absolutely. Like yeah, here in my bedroom, like in the apartment, like no, the whole building is with heat. So the what is this called? The um like the owner of the building like controls the
Heating
heat
system.
and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Yes.
right, got it.
So yeah, we all have heat.
So what temperature do you think it is inside the house, inside the flat?
20, like normal, 24, 21.
Okay, tell me, this is what I know confuses me. So you are
Yeah,
right now in 20 degrees temperature inside the
yeah,
room, and then you step out into -24, -23. The
yeah.
change of 40 degrees. That's change of 40 degrees.
Not so much because you have like 4 layers or 3 layers, so you are very warm, and then you don't feel cold. Just only your face and not your hands because you have gloves. Like just your face is like cold, and then it's like change of temperature. I think that's only
Well, can
because
you
sometimes.
understand why I'm feeling amazed by it? Because here in India, what we experience and what you experienced in back in Lima, maybe the room temperature was 20 degrees and outside was let's say 14 sometimes, or 40, 24 sometimes, 25 sometimes. So the gap
Yeah.
is not that big. I mean, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees, but it's a change of 40 degrees from +20 to -20, like in 1 second. So the body should react differently, I think. I don't know. Please
Mm,
explain. I mean, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine getting out of 20 degrees, +20 degrees weather conditions into -20 degrees weather condition in 1 second. It's going to be really, really difficult for me to adjust to.
yeah. It's kind of difficult, but like overall, like all places are like warm. Like you go to the supermarket, you go to the bank, everything has heat. So it's just like the streets and that kind of stuff, but the
Right,
rest is all okay. Yeah, but
right,
like this change of temperature, it's kind of difficult. But yeah, it's like you go outside, it's like, oh, it's cold, but that's it. Like it's not
mm,
like a big
okay,
temperature in
right, right,
yourself.
right, right. Hey, Brenda,
Yeah.
you wanna be on camera, Brenda?
Yeah.
She's coming in, and you're pushing
Yeah.
her out.
Yeah. I know.
Where are they? Where are they? Alia. Uh, okay, so I guess we can start. Maybe they'll join us late. Any other differences in the way, in the feature of the, features of the flat, like, any differences in the flat you had in Lima and the flat you have
Oh
here?
yeah. Back in Lima, we had like three bedrooms. So I wasn't sure, no, how would I say? I was not sharing my like the bedroom with my brother. I have my own bedroom and my brother has, but nowadays I need to share my bedroom with my brother, and then we only have like two bedrooms. And it's so expensive to find like three bedrooms right now. So yeah,
That's one
it's
thing.
housing, it's really expensive here in
Okay,
Canada.
okay. Cooking gas, LPG. Uh, you did you use cylinders there in Lima, or did you have the supply of the gas through a pipe?
Yes, I think the second one, like the gas and then to the pipe. Yeah, I think we use that here. It's electric. Nice. I think it's electric. Yeah, it is
Okay.
electric.
All right. Oh, got it. And
Yeah.
back in Lima, did you use cylinders? Gas
Cylinders is the
cylinders, like I might have shown you before. Hey, Gonzalo, Rodrigo, welcome. You know,
like
we
the
have
sauce.
cooking gas comes in cylinders here.
I think yeah, I think what you mean, but I'm not sure if that's what I'm thinking.
Just let me show you. Okay, we have this here. So we have these cylinders, and every month we get supply of cylinders,
Yes,
to our
I
kitchens.
had that. I had
Yes,
that back in Peru.
right.
Here no, it's electric. It's
Uh,
like you don't
you
have
just
that.
turn on the stove anytime you
Yeah.
want. It is an electric stove.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes, electric. Yeah. And then
Was it
yeah.
difficult to adjust to this new cooking style, or it was okay?
Mm, it was okay. I think it's better here. It's easier.
It's easier.
There I need to
All
control
right.
the
Of
yeah.
course. You don't have to change those,
Yeah,
connectors
every
and
month.
all. Mhm. Yep, understand.
Yeah.
So, Gonzalo, Rodrigo, while you were not here, I tried to understand, the difference in the lifestyle in Canada and in Lima. Okay, the weather, Rodrigo, in Canada right now, where Noelia and Alejandro are, is minus 23. So I was wondering
Yeah.
how
Right now it's -9, and then that
minus
feels
9
like -7
feels like
16.
minus 16 degrees. All right, amazing.
Yeah, this is the wind. Yeah.
They're pretty warm inside the house, inside the flat with the heater going on. So the temperature in the room is 20 plus, plus 20 degrees centigrade, but outside it is -9, minus 16. So when you step out of your house, it's like, experiencing a change of 30 degrees altogether. It's surprising, how they handle it. Um, Here, the lowest I get in my city is 7 degrees plus, okay, not minus. It never does touches when zero. So plus 7 degrees, 6 degrees sometimes, okay. That is the coldest. And the temperature in the room would be, let's say, 20 degrees. So from 20 to 6, so 14 degrees change. Understandable. But 40 degrees, 40. Oh, still unable to wrap my head around that idea. How my organs will survive when they suddenly experience a dip of 40 degrees in 1 second, the moment I step out of the house.
Yeah, teacher, I have a question. Do you have heat in your apartment, in your house, in
Do I
your
have
flat?
what? Do I have what? Heater?
Heat. Yeah, heater.
Okay. We don't need a heating system. Okay. In India, India experiences a very short winter. Okay. For 1 month, 40 days maximum. Okay. And that too doesn't get very cold. Like I said, the lowest it gets is 6 degrees. 6 degrees. Okay. And the room temperature would be around 20 degrees. Anyway, right? When you close the windows and everything right now, like I'm sitting in my room, I don't think the temperature in this room is lower than 20 degrees right now. It must be around 20 degrees. So it's not a very big deal. Some parts of India, the northernmost parts, like, Shimla, Kashmir, Himachal, Punjab, these areas get a little colder to 1 degrees, 2 degrees. Otherwise, you don't experience minus temperature in India in the residential areas. There are some parts which are basically mountains, like, in Kashmir, there are some parts where you get minus 20 degrees, minus 15 degrees temperature in the winter. But nobody lives there. It's only our, soldiers guarding those areas, because we share that border with Pakistan. That's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people wherever people live, it doesn't get colder than 2 degrees, 1 degree. You know, it's always like that.
Um, I was asking that because when I was in Peru, it was like in winter, it was like 15 or 14 degrees, and then inside the house, it feels really cold. Like
Oh,
it's not like here. It's like
uh,
you feel like 20, 22 degrees inside,
because of the
but
heater.
there, yeah, because of the heater. There, we don't have a heater, so that's the
Exactly.
thing. It's so
Exactly.
cold. So
Yeah.
that was my question. Like with
in
you,
in
like
in
seven
in
degrees.
India, people prefer having this air conditioner, which keeps the place cold, especially for the summer season, because we have long
Yeah,
summers and very hot summers, 40 degrees plus, sometimes 44, 45, 46 degrees in the month of
yeah,
June, May and June. So
yeah,
basically, people want an air conditioner rather than a heater. The
yes,
quilts and the blankets are enough, the jackets are enough. You don't have to heat up the room. Sometimes when it is, we call it what? There is cold heat. Okay, cold waves. Yeah, that's what we call it, right? Extreme cold. When it is extremely cold, then sometimes we use electric heaters, but we don't have a heating system. We have a small device, we plug it in, and it kind of warms up the room, heats up the room. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, she went into another room. All right. Now I'm gonna open the book. 2.7. Okay, languages matter to me. We are done with that. Okay, and hmm, listening and speaking. A world in one family. A world in one family. When you read this, a world in one family, what kind of family do you think of? It gives you an idea of a family where all the people belong to one nationality, or people from different nationalities, different languages are together. A world in one family. Take a look at these four people. And you have some flags here. Which country's flag is it? The top.
Germany.
Is it the French flag?
Germany.
Oh, that's what I thought. German, yeah. And the second is,
Portugal.
and the third is,
The UK. The
yeah.
United Kingdom.
Right. Perhaps there are members of the family who come from these three different countries. Okay. Do you know anyone who has married someone of another nationality? This is so common nowadays. There was a time it used to be a big deal to marry somebody from another country, but this is so common now. Even in my town, my state, I will not say my town, Bihar, which is not a very, I will say, popular place for foreigners. There are a lot of people here who are married to foreigners. And now I know because they all make YouTube videos, they have their channels, they talk about their life. It's exciting. What do you guys think? Being married to someone from another country, someone of another nationality. Do you think it is exciting, more exciting than being married to someone from your own country? Or how do you feel about it? Go ahead, Rodrigo Gonzalo. What do you think? You guys are from Peru. What do you think about being married to someone who's not from Peru? Do you think it is going to be more exciting to be married to someone of another nationality? Do you know anyone who has married someone of another nationality? Gonzalo, Rodrigo? I have a cousin, by the way, um, not a very close cousin. He's a distant cousin, but he is married to a girl from Russia. Hey, Brenda, can you hear me? All right. So, Rodrigo Gonzalo, please answer. Do you know anyone who has married someone of another nationality?
No,
No, nobody. Rodrigo, do you know anyone?
I think yes. I think my aunt is Peruvian, but years ago she traveled to Canada, and I don't know if her husband is Canadian,
Canadian?
but he yeah, but her daughter are Canadians.
Okay.
But
All
I don't
right.
know all about her life,
Right.
but
Right.
I only know that.
Okay, what do you think about this idea? Do you think this is exciting to be married to someone from another country?
Definitely, yeah. Because this person will have another a culture, traditions, and like different styles of life, of like views. So definitely it's different than your perspective of life and family and a lot of topics. So yeah, I think it's exciting to know about them.
I met a lady on a language exchange site who was not very excited about this idea. She said, she would hate to answer her husband's questions all the time about what's this, what's that, when she's married to a guy from another country, another culture. She would have to answer a lot of questions, and she didn't find that exciting. I thought that's the fun part, that you have somebody who's always curious about things you do, you know, because they will always have questions about your life, your culture. Alejandro, how do you feel about it? Being married to someone from another country?
Uh, well, I think that uh, it's not it's not necessarily something that it's gonna be more interesting, but because maybe if if you just do it, for example, let's say a male do it because he just wants to be with someone that it's from another culture, another country, just because that's cool in a way, because it's something different. That's not really the meaning of happiness when you are with someone. Like, when you're with someone, it's because you actually like that person, not because you're doing because you have another interest. Like, it can be like, I don't know, money. Uh, because like we say in Peru, like sometimes we just make jokes. We want to be with gringa. We call gringos to the Americans. Yeah, we want to be with someone that is completely well, that they're basically they're all like how do I describe it? Basically, they are way different from our own skin. That it's way different from
I got
and
your point.
man,
Got your point totally.
yeah,
Again,
totally.
very,
And
very much well thought.
they just do it because of their physical appearance, and it's
Right.
not bad. But what I mean, like, it's not. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are gonna have like a better experience just because it's from another country. But on the other hand, like I clearly understand that having that relationship like make will make you feel like things are different in other cultures. Like for example, if you have I don't know a girlfriend from I don't know from Portugal, for example, you will know more about Portuguese culture or maybe another country, and more about European culture, um, which is really amazing. But my point is, having being in a relationship with someone that is not from your country, that doesn't really necessarily mean that you will have the best experience of your life, you have an advantage. It's just a different experience that is which is not normal, but it doesn't mean that
It has to be any better.
it has to be any better. Yeah.
Yeah. Got your point. Got your point. For a relationship, the base thing is not that the person is from another culture. It has to be love, right? And if you love that person, maybe it can be an added bit of excitement, but not necessarily all the time. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky as well, because the cultures are different, way of thinking is different. Sometimes it can lead to misunderstandings, confusions, disagreements as well. True. Initially, it's all exciting when you are from different parts, but sometimes it can be very difficult to, reconcile to, yeah. Gonzalo, what do you think? What are your opinions on this?
Yeah, I think if you uh, love the other person, you can have a relationship and maybe married with him or her. It's no problem. We learn other cultures of other countries, and I think it's an important part of the life.
True. But you know what? I find it a little surprising, that there are a lot of people, even today, who simply rule out this idea, this option, that they would never marry somebody from another culture. They don't keep themselves open that it depends. If I fall in love, why not? No. They simply say, no. Somebody from another country? No, no. Why? It's like it shows their closed minded thinking, that they still not have that acceptance for the people outside their culture. That's why they simply rule it out. They simply dismiss the idea. They say, no. I've met a lot of people, and I know a lot of people in my own place who say they are not very excited about it at all. They actually say, no, this won't happen. They would prefer somebody from their own country. It's okay for them to maybe date them for a while, but they would not like to be married to them. Strange, isn't it? Like, I agree with Alejandro's point that love should be the basis, not just the fact that somebody comes from another country or another culture or has another skin color. These things cannot be the foundation of a relationship, but at least you're open minded enough to accept that this can happen, to be open to this idea. So, and I think this is the only way the world will come together, okay, as one. Now, people getting married from different parts of the world, because their children will not be able to really be that kind of, there are lots of people who are rather jingoistic about their culture, their country, jingoistic, too proud of their country, too proud of their culture, jingoistic, okay, as an adjective. So that thing will be missing, that thing will be gone if people from different countries, different cultures come together, have children. Their children will not be jingoistic about any one country or the other, I guess, they will take things in more, better perspective. Okay, moving on to the next question. Do they have children? Like I said about my cousin who's married to a Russian woman, and yes, they have children. Their children look more Russian than Indian. They look more like their moms. What languages do they all speak? Well, they have lived in Russia for most part, so they speak Russian basically. Tell the class. Okay, you guys go ahead. If you have any information, any knowledge of someone being married to someone from another country, about their children, the languages they speak, if you know someone, please tell me.
Okay. I think I'm not sure because they're different countries, but like okay, my friend she her mom was born in Afghanistan, no, Pakistan, and then her dad was born in Afghanistan.
Oh, interesting.
They're different countries, but I don't know about the language. It's similar. I
So
think Pakistan.
she's at school with you, right?
Yeah, she's at
Oh,
school.
lovely.
Uh, so I think her mom speaks Urdu. I think that's
Right.
the language. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yes,
And
yes.
then, yeah, and then from Afghanistan, I don't know
The
the language.
dad speaks Pashto. Pashto is the language. Pashto.
Pashto, yeah, yeah. And she knows five languages, I think. Pashto, Urdu, a bit of Arabic, English, and
And a bit
then
of Hindi as well.
and Hindi. Yeah, she knows Hindi and a bit of Korean too. Yeah, but
Oh,
she knows Hindi, and I was like shocked because like she was teaching me like a few words because I think 7 years she was living in India
oh,
because yeah, she was born in Pakistan and then she moved to India when she was I think 3, 4, and then until 12, 12. Yeah.
she moved
So
to she moved to India.
she moved to India. Yeah. She knows
Oh,
in Hindi very well.
okay. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, the children she's the only one. She's one child. And then she speaks Urdu with her mom.
right.
I don't think Urdu with her dad too, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Urdu.
There are lots
Yeah.
of Afghani people living in India. Afghanistan and India have a very good relationship, actually. you know it's strange that Pakistan and India don't get along. Okay, they say it is because of the religion. They say that okay, Pakistan is an Islamic country, they can't get along with India, stuff like that. But Afghanistan is an Islamic country too, but they have a great relation with India. Afghanis are very fond of Indians and India. But I don't know how these things happen. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Gonzalo, Rodrigo, Alejandro, do you guys have any information to share with the class about someone being married to somebody from another country and their children and the languages they speak?
No, not really. I don't know anyone, to be honest. Yeah.
That's all right. So let's move on. Look at the photo of the family. There are three nationalities in the family. How can this be? How is it possible? How can this be? It's an informal way of saying, how is it this possible that there are three nationalities in one family? How can this be? I'll go to Gonzalo first. I'll ask you, Gonzalo, to think of a scenario where it is possible that there are three nationalities in the same family. There are
Maybe
yes,
maybe when they went to other country because they want to have opportunities of maybe for work
yes,
or studies.
right.
Yeah.
So, can you elaborate a little more, Rodrigo? How is it possible for a family to have members of three nationalities?
For three nationalities.
Yeah, different members, in one family, there are people of three nationalities. How is it possible?
It's possible if um if has a dad with one nationality and a mom with other nationality
Right.
and a person born in other country,
Exactly,
in a different
Rodrigo.
country.
Exactly. That's the case with Noelia's friend. Noelia, your friend, what's she called? What's her name?
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. It's a very popular name, Rihanna, the pop star Rihanna. So Rihanna, Noelia's friend, is Canadian because she was born in no, she wasn't born in Canada. I don't know if
No,
she's
but
Canadian.
she's Canadian. She's Canadian now.
She's Canadian now.
Yeah.
Okay. She's Canadian. Her father is from Afghanistan, so he's an Afghan. Her mom is a Pakistani and she is Canadian. So, yes, absolutely. When an individual from one nationality marries another individual from another nationality, okay, from another country, now, and they have children, and their children are born in a third country, so they will automatically have the nationality of that country. A lot of countries give nationality to children born in those countries, okay? Like anybody born in Canada is Canadian, anybody born in America is American. Doesn't matter whether the parents are from the country or not, from that country or not. So, this is how you can have members of three nationalities in one family. And it would be amazing during a World Cup of football. Oh, who supports who? Imagine if they come from three football playing countries. One is from Spain, the other is from Italy, and they're born in Canada, or let's say they're born in America or England. Three, they will all support their own teams. Maybe there will be a fight inside the family. Okay. So let's listen to Nicholas talking about his family. Read and answer the questions. Circle the numbers of any questions you cannot answer. 2.8. It is possible that you will not have the answer to some of the questions here. Okay. So you have to just circle those questions that you cannot answer because there isn't information in the audio. Okay. Let's listen to 2.8. And tell me about the difficulty level of this audio file. If you think it is easy, if it is difficult, if it is rather difficult, okay? I would like to know from you. Have you already listened, guys?
Yes.
Yep. So, what did you think, Noelia? Was it difficult? Not very difficult? Very easy? Not very
It was
easy?
okay.
It was okay. You would
It was
just,
okay.
Alejandro,
Teacher, sorry, I couldn't listen to the audio.
you couldn't hear. All right, no problems. Let's listen to it now. Rodrigo,
2.8.
A world in one family.
Plus.
So, Nicholas, how old are you?
I'm 21.
And you have an interesting background. What nationality are you?
Well, I'm British. I was born here and I've got a British passport.
And is that the same for your sister?
Yeah, Sarah was born here too.
But your parents, what nationality are they?
Well, my father's Brazilian and my mum's German, but they've both lived in the UK for 30 years.
And how did they meet? Was that here in the UK?
Yes. It's a funny story, actually.
Go on then.
Well, you should probably ask my mother about it.
OK, I will. What about languages? Your parents must speak very good English.
Yeah, both of them had good English when they came here, and it's pretty perfect now. But I do get to correct them sometimes.
So, what languages are spoken in your family?
Well, my dad speaks Portuguese, as well as English, obviously. My mum's father's German, and her mother's Brazilian, so she speaks German and Portuguese fluently. And she studied English at university.
Wow, so are you and your sister both bilingual or trilingual?
You could say Sarah's trilingual. I'm sort of bilingual.
Mm-hmm.
My dad didn't make as much effort to speak Portuguese with me, and I'm not really fluent in it.
And what's it like growing up in England with a Brazilian father and a German mother?
It's been fine. I didn't think about my nationality much when I was young. The first time I remember it being an issue was at secondary school when there was a World Cup. And my classmates said I had to choose which country to support, England, Germany or Brazil.
So, which was it?
I said I wanted to support all three. Good job, really, because England and Brazil both got knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Oh, it pays to be multinational sometimes. So, has your background affected your career choice?
I guess so. I'm studying modern languages at university, Italian and German.
Oh, another new language.
Yes, I love Italian, and it's pretty similar to Portuguese.
And studying German must be dead easy for you.
In some ways, but writing in German is still difficult for me sometimes.
And what are you hoping to do in the future?
Good question. I'm not sure yet, but I want to use my languages, hopefully in a job where I can travel or live abroad for a while.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Rodrigo and Gonzalo, what did you think of the difficulty level of the audio? Was it okay? Too difficult? Too easy?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Normal.
Okay. Not too easy either?
Sorry?
Not too easy? Sometimes it is so easy that you don't find it challenging at all and you don't lose interest because it's so easy. So did you find it too easy?
Too easy? Not because in the last part of the audio, I don't understand a little part.
Okay, good. Thank you for the feedback, Rodrigo. Gonzalo,
Yeah, I think the same.
would you call it too easy at all?
No,
Not too easy. Okay, fine then. That's okay. Because I just was worried a little bit, that if I'm teaching something too easy for you. Alejandro,
Yeah, well, yeah, there was a part like when my father was calling me and I actually got lost, but
oh, okay, got it.
yeah, he was calling me, but yeah, mostly, yeah, I could understand almost everything, yeah.
Great, Alejandro. So, people, are you ready to answer the questions?
Yes.
Or would you like another listen one more time? Would you like to have another go before
It's
you
okay.
answer the questions? Noelia, you're ready because you've already listened. Amazing, good job. Okay. But Gonzalo, Rodrigo, did you get a chance to listen to the audio file before
Yes,
you
one
joined?
more time, teacher.
Okay, you want to listen to it one more time. Gonzalo, let's listen to it one more time, and then I would expect you guys to answer the questions, okay? So if you want to take down if you want to write down some of the things, like some notes or something, some words, you can, no problems. I'm going to play the audio. You don't have to,
2.8.
you don't have to rely on your memory. You can use pen and paper, no problems.
A world in one family. Nicholas.
So, Nicholas, how old are you?
I'm 21.
And you have an interesting background. What nationality are you?
Well, I'm British. I was born here and I've got a British passport.
And is that the same for your sister?
Yeah, Sarah was born here too.
But your parents, what nationality are they?
Well, my father's Brazilian and my mum's German, but they've both lived in the UK for 30 years.
And how did they meet? Was that here in the UK?
Yes. It's a funny story, actually.
Go on then.
Well, you should probably ask my mother about it.
OK, I will. What about languages? Your parents must speak very good English.
Yeah, both of them had good English when they came here, and it's pretty perfect now. But I do get to correct them sometimes.
So, what languages are spoken in your family?
Well, my dad speaks Portuguese as well as English, obviously. My mum's father's German and her mother's Brazilian, so she speaks German and Portuguese fluently. And she studied English at university.
Wow. So are you and your sister both bilingual or trilingual?
You could say Sarah's trilingual. I'm sort of bilingual. My dad didn't make as much effort to speak Portuguese with me, and I'm not really fluent in it.
And what's it like growing up in England with a Brazilian father and a German mother?
It's been fine. I didn't think about my nationality much when I was young. The first time I remember it being an issue was at secondary school when there was a World Cup. And my classmates said I had to choose which country to support, England, Germany or Brazil.
So, which was it?
I said I wanted to support all three. Good job, really, because England and Brazil both got knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Oh, it pays to be multinational sometimes. So, has your background affected your career choice?
I guess so. I'm studying modern languages at university, Italian and German.
Oh, another new language.
Yes, I love Italian, and it's pretty similar to Portuguese.
And studying German must be dead easy for you.
In some ways, but writing in German is still difficult for me sometimes.
And what are you hoping to do in the future?
Good question. I'm not sure yet, but I want to use my languages, hopefully in a job where I can travel or live abroad for a while.
Thanks, Nicholas.
Okay, why not I put you guys in breakout rooms where you test each other, ask each other the questions, and see who knows the answers better, if you guys agree or disagree. And this way, within 5 minutes, maybe, you guys will check, your understanding. And then we will get back together into the class, the main session, and discuss the questions. What do you guys say? Okay. So let's go to the breakout room where today I'm gonna put not the brother and sister together. I'm gonna put different people. Okay, Noelia, you're talking to Rodrigo. Alejandro, you're talking to Gonzalo. Let's see. I would suggest Noelia and again, don't take turns. Yes, one person could ask, but when your partner has responded, you could agree or disagree, or add some more information to the answer. Okay, but don't take turns because that will sound a little bit artificial. Okay, make it natural and not normal conversation. Two friends are discussing these questions. That's all. Okay, I'm opening the rooms. Good luck. I'll close the room in like 7 minutes maximum. Okay, so yeah, go ahead.
I think it's number 4.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Is Nicholas English better than his parents? I think yeah, right? Sure. Or
Yeah, sometimes he says like his when his dad speaks, sometimes like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, because yeah, they did mistakes. Uh,
Okay,
I don't know like why did their mother choose
yeah,
them.
I think he doesn't say it.
Yeah, some of the questions cannot be answered because there wasn't
Yeah,
any information about them, in the audio.
Oh, okay.
yeah, yes.
Um, so Nicholas started thinking about his nationality when he was in high school because there was a World Cup and the World Cup was happening at that time, and he was actually he had to make a decision about what country he will support. but he made the decision to support all of the three countries, Germany, Brazil.
That's because in his secondary school, it was a um, World Cup game and like competition, and then like they were playing the UK and Germany and Brazil, like and
Brazil.
other countries. And then I think his friend asked like, "What team are you in? Like, what team like do you support?" And then he says like he doesn't know because it's like it was the first time like somebody asked.
Maybe I think she said that she wants to live abroad. Maybe Sarah
I'm not
said that.
sure.
He mentioned
I'm not
that
sure about that.
Yeah,
know a little of Portuguese, but I don't know why
His dad
German
was
is
like
difficult.
introducing Portuguese more to Sarah than what is this Nicholas. So yeah, so Sarah was used to speak and talk with her family Portuguese, not like with uh not like Nicholas case because he was not used to speak because his dad never like try to improve the language.
we cannot answer.
Who is LK? I don't know. I don't know who is
Oh,
LK.
No,
it's
the only thing
her
I
mother, I
hear
think.
that
His mother.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we are done.
Okay.
Good job, Gonzalo. Welcome back, everyone. Good job. It was lovely. I was in your rooms one by one, and you guys did a great conversation. So let's first of all talk about a confusing idea in English, used to. It's important. USED, used, TO2, used to. This expression used to has two uses. One, it is an adjective used, and two is the preposition. And another, it works as a modal verb. Okay. So when you want to talk about a past activity, okay, when you want to highlight that something happened routinely in the past, but doesn't happen now, you want to highlight this thing that it is not happening now, it is over, okay? Then you use used to as a modal verb. For example, when you talk about your life back in Peru, Lima, Noelia, and Alejandro, you could use I used to do this, I used to do that, okay? So I used to do something, it means I did that in the past, I don't do it anymore, okay? I used to do it in the past. But I don't do it now. Used to. I used to go to the gym when I was in my 20s. Okay, I used to go to the gym. It means I went to the gym, but I don't go to the gym now. So this highlights that thing doesn't happen anymore. Okay, there is a lovely song. You are somebody I used to know. There's somebody you are somebody I used to know. Okay, I will play that song for you maybe. You are somebody I used to know. I don't know you anymore. You can see the resentment. Okay, the person is saying, I don't know you anymore. You are somebody I used to know. Okay, so that's one use of used to. And second use is used is an adjective, which means accustomed, habituated. Okay, so for example, Noelia and Alejandro are now in Canada. They have been there over a year now. I think they are getting used to the cold, the Canadian winters. They're getting used to it. Or maybe they have already gotten used to it. And it means to become accustomed. Okay, when you get used to something, you become accustomed to it. It doesn't bother you anymore. Imagine that you have been living all your life in a big city, fast life, and then someday you find yourself in a small village with very few people, not many activities. That will be a shock. It will be difficult now. You won't be very comfortable there because you are not used to that lifestyle, slow lifestyle, village lifestyle. You're not used to it. So it will be difficult. So we use this adjective used and the preposition to together, used to suggest that something doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you, okay? Somebody lives near the railway station. What will happen there? A lot of noise, the trains arriving and leaving every now and then, blowing the whistles, horn. And somebody like me goes there, oh, I will go crazy with the noise. Okay. So when I complain about it, they might say, stay here for a year or so. You will get used to it. You will get used to the noise. It means the noise will stop bothering you. Right. So people get used to things. So this used to is an adjective. And if you want to use a verb here, then you need to use the fourth form of the verb. For example, I'm getting used to, or I have gotten used to, I will get used to speaking French if I live in France. Okay? I'll get used to speaking French. Remember, I'm using speaking because this too is a preposition. And after a preposition, we always use the fourth form of the verb, guys. Okay? After a preposition, we always use the fourth form of the verb because that is considered a noun equivalent. So, okay. So, Noelia, you said something, when you were talking to Rodrigo with used to and something, I hope it is on the record because we were recording the whole thing. I don't remember now what exactly you said there, but you used a V1 when you should have used the fourth form. Okay. So, can you give me a few examples? Uh, First of all, guys, tell me something that you did in your childhood, but you don't do it now. You have discontinued it. Okay, you stopped doing it. So use the modal verb used to describe that something that you did in your childhood, but you don't do now. Yeah.
I used to play with toys when I
You
was a
used to
child.
play with toys, right? Okay, Alejandro, good job. Alejandro used to play with toys. Okay. Gonzalo, Rodrigo, Noelia used to, as a modal verb, refer to the past time. An action that happened in the past doesn't happen now. Activity, repeated activity.
I used to watch cartoons.
You used to watch cartoons. Very good. Okay. Gonzalo, Noelia.
I used to play with my PS3.
Okay. You have outgrown it. Now you don't play with it anymore.
No, no.
Okay. Noelia.
I used to go to the cinema.
You used to go to the cinema, right? Speaking of the cinema, there used to be 6 cinema halls in my town. Now there are 2. Okay, actually 3. The rest of them don't function. And out of these 3, 1 is okay, 2 are really in bad shape, really bad shape. Okay, so there used to be 6 cinema halls in my town. There used to be 6 cinema halls, but there are not now because there used to be. Okay, got it. No problems here. Used to as a modal verb to refer to past actions, activities that don't happen anymore. Now, do you have any equivalent to this in your mother tongue, in Spanish? Is there something that you can use to express this idea exactly this way?
Yeah,
What would you say if you wanted to say, I used to go to the cinema? I don't
yo
go anymore.
solía,
Ah,
yo solía ir al cine.
okay. Solia. Okay. Everybody agreed that this expression, this sentence, it means
Yes.
exactly that. What you just said. Okay.
Yes.
Great, 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 great. All right. Now, the second one, used to as an adjective and preposition combination. So I'm used to, living alone. It doesn't bother me. There are some people who feel very uncomfortable when they live alone, okay? But this person is saying, no, it doesn't bother me. That's the main idea, okay? I'm used to living alone. I've lived alone for more than 10 years now. I'm used to it. I'm used to living alone. Now, what are you used to? Would you like to tell me a few things about yourselves? Something that you are used to, or you're trying to get used to, or you hope you will get used to in the future? I'm getting used to, you know, accepting myself as an old person. It's a little bit of struggle. I can tell you, young people, when you're in your 40s and you have considered yourself a young person until now, and then now you have to start believing that you're not young anymore. It's a struggle at first, okay? But you get used to it, okay? So I'm getting used to thinking of myself as not young anymore, I'm getting used to this. Okay. And I said, I'm used to living alone. My wife is busy most of the time. Yeah, you guys, are you used to something? Getting used to Noelia, Alejandra? Yeah, go on.
Can I say I'm getting used to not checking my phone every time?
Okay. You get used to something that is new, and that's why it
Yeah,
should be difficult. It should be difficult. So maybe something opposite would be better. Most people have this habit of using their phone all the time. So maybe you're trying to stay away from your phone and you're gonna
yeah.
feel comfortable about it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get used to staying without my phone. I'm trying to get used to staying without my phone, because it bothers you when you don't have your mobile phone with you, right? So, yeah, you are trying to get used to it. Yeah. A person who is, addicted to smoking, all right, and he is trying to manage, he's trying to stay away from smoking. So he could say, I'm trying to get used to, avoiding cigarette or something, not smoking. Okay. Gonzalo, Rodrigo, Alejandro, is there something you are used to now or you're getting used to? Usually it is something new that was not part of your life. And that's why you need to get used to it. And that's why you express this idea that you are used to it now. You have lived, like Noelia, there was a great example. You didn't share your bedroom. Okay. When you were back in Lima, you never shared your bedroom. You had a big flat there with 3 bedrooms. Now you have to. So initially it was a bit difficult. You felt like, you didn't have enough privacy, you had somebody all the time in your room. Okay. Wasn't very nice maybe at first, but now you're more comfortable with it. So if you're still in the process, okay, then you can, I'm still getting used to it. Or if you have already become comfortable with it, you could say, I have gotten used to it, the present perfect. So what is the case, Noelia? You're getting used to having your brother in your bedroom, or you have gotten used to it now already? It doesn't bother you anymore.
It doesn't bother me anymore. So
You've gotten
I
used to
have
it.
yeah,
Gotten used.
used.
Noelia has gotten used to having her brother in her bedroom. Earlier, it was not, the case when she was in Peru. She had her own bedroom, and especially when you have had your own bedroom all your life, it's really difficult to have another person sharing, living in the same bedroom. Okay. Gonzalo and Rodrigo, you could respond here. We are used to it because we have always shared our bedroom, right? You have always been in the same bedroom, Gonzalo and Rodrigo. You could say, we are used to it. We are used to it. It doesn't bother us. So we are used to something. It means it doesn't bother us. We are getting used to something. It's something new. We are becoming accepting it in our life. We have gotten used to something present perfect. We have accepted it. It doesn't bother us now. Okay. Is there something, Rodrigo, Gonzalo, Alejandro, that you want to add here? An example sentence from your life?
Yes, teacher. For example, I'm getting used to getting up early on days
Aha.
when I don't go to school.
Oh, lovely. Good sentence. A good example. Okay. And Rodrigo.
I'm getting used to doing more exercises.
Lovely. Okay. Alejandro.
I am getting used to do my homework every day.
Doing.
My school homework.
I'm getting used to doing my
I'm getting
homework
used to doing my homework
on
every
time,
day,
regularly. All right.
regularly.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. And you guys are getting used to living in a country, English speaking country. Earlier, you lived in a Spanish speaking country. So when you are out in the street, you get to hear different kinds of noises now, isn't it? So that's new and you're getting used to it. Or maybe you have already gotten used to it because it's been more than a year now. Okay. Does it feel different when you're out and you hear the noises in Peru, Lima streets, and the
Yeah.
noises in this city? It sounds so different, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Fine. So, guys, we are out of time, I guess, and we will continue when we meet tomorrow. And I'm going to share with you the next audio file where the parents will be speaking. Okay. And they'll
Yeah.
share with you some information that you didn't get when you listen to the boy. Okay.
Yeah,
And maybe
exactly.
you will be able to answer those questions that you didn't answer today because you didn't have information. So I'm going to
Mhm.
share with you that audio. Okay. Do listen to it.
Teacher,
Do find out time. Yes, yes, Naiga. Saying something?
what happened? Yeah, what happened with Pankri and Kushi?
Oh, they are absent today. Hopefully they'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
I,
Okay,
I
that's
I know
good.
why Pankuri is absent because it's rather cold today, this morning, and I'm pretty sure she'll tell you
Mm.
she didn't get up because it was cold. Because trust me, I was thinking of excuses. Guys, I'll be honest
I
with
do the
you.
same. I do
I was
the same in the morning when I wake up. It's like, should I go to school today?
Yeah, I woke up early and I was in bed and my wife said, "Come on, don't you have to teach?" I said, can I cancel the class today? But then it felt still really wrong. Okay. I said, no, I'm the teacher. I should be more sincere. So I decided to come. Yeah, but it's
No,
really cold today. That's why I'm wearing this warm jacket, Otherwise, you saw me only in a t-shirt, right? So it's
yeah.
really so Kushi is
Okay.
doing her exams. So hopefully they will be both back tomorrow with us. Okay.
Okay. That's good. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you for the
Okay.
Bye,
See
lesson.
ya.
teacher.
Yeah.
Hi, teacher.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Good night. Good night.